So we're back in the garage again with the 92 Silverado. This time we're going to be installing a tachometer.
Back from the dead.
So the first thing you want to do is figure out where you want to put your gauge. Obviously, here's the reason I'm putting in a tachometer. I've got a 5-speed, but I don't have a tach on the dash, which you don't need a tach, but I just kind of like to have something that shows, you know, where my RPMs are. So usually people will either put it down on the column somewhere or along the dash. What I'm going to do is pop it over here in the corner by the speaker, but instead of being right on top, I'm going to put it kind of down behind, and you can kind of see, sorry about that, that it's kind of slanted. That way it kind of pulls it down a little bit more, and it's not up so high, but good enough to where I'll be able to see it. So it'll be kind of over in the corner. And nice thing is, it's got the 2 holes for the screws to mount it, and then the package also came with double-sided tape to kind of hold it in place while you're screwing it in. But I'm not going to screw it in just yet. You just want to get a rough idea where you're going to put it. That way you know where you're going to run your wires. So in this case, I'm probably going to be running most of my wires down underneath this speaker. So I might be pulling it up, and I might just kind of slide it through random, you know, spots. So we'll see what wiring we got, and we'll start up here and start feeding it down through the dash to all the different areas. Alright, so here's the wires we're going to be wiring into the truck. The other end of it is just a plug, and it'll actually plug into the back side of your tach right there. Now, there's another plug over here too, which I disconnected. It's actually this plug here, goes over here, and it goes to these switches that actually just mount on the side of your gauge over here. So we won't worry about that right now. You just plug it in and you're good to go. But this is the one you want to wire into your truck here. So you can kind of see over here, you know, you got your red wire, which goes to, you can go to the battery, but I'm not going to go all that far. You might as well just find a hot wire that's constantly got power to it. So that'd be your red one. The black one, just run it to a ground wire. Any black wire. You can go all the way to battery if you want. It's a little bit out of the way. Your orange wire is going to be an ignition wire, so only when you got the ignition on, your vehicle turned on. So best way to find one of those wires would be usually the fuse box. So find something in there that only comes on when your key's turned. White wire would be for your when you turn your lights on, it will actually dim the light on the gauge a little bit. So you can wire that to the back side of your headlight switch, or all the way up to your headlights, or wherever. Basically, you flip the switch, it'll dim your gauge. Then the green wire, that's the one that basically sends you the information about what your RPMs are. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to wire that to the negative side of the coil. So that'll be on the back side of the engine, or depending on your vehicle, it could be, you know, anywhere in that area, but negative side of the coil. So let's go ahead and get in there and start running all these through the dash and down in the engine bay and all over the place. Alright, so here's the route I went on the wiring. Now, for the red wire, which goes to your constant power, which would be your battery, I ran to this wire here. It's the red one that's actually on the back side of your headlight switch. This thick red one goes directly to your battery, so that's what I ran the red wire to. Now the white wire, which is for your lights, which dims your gauge, I ran to the brown wire on the back side of the headlight switch. It's a lot easier because the headlight switch is right below the location of where we're putting the gauge. Then I also ran the black wire, which is your negative, to the black wire on the interior lights, which is actually right next to the other plug. So there's 3 out of 5 right there. Now the ignition wire, which is a switched ignition wire, I ran to the back side of the gauge's fuse. Now I noticed when I tested with my multimeter that every single pink wire that I tested back there was ignition switch wire. So you could have used any of those pink ones back there. Always test them before you make a permanent connection. But this is just right underneath here. There's actually a door that just pops off here, and then you can lift up this tab here and push that back in and turn it around, and then you got access to all your wires. It also makes it easier to feed wires up underneath the dash and everything. So there's 4 of the 5. The 5th one, you actually have to run through the firewall. I actually ran it right over here on the far right side. There was already some wires coming through, so I went ahead and ran it underneath. Obviously I'm going to want to clean that up and put a grommet in there, that way it doesn't rub. Back across the firewall here, and then I ended up putting a head on it, connector fitting there, so it slides right in the back here. So what that one is, let's get up in there a little better. This is for your engine speed, or your revolutions per minute. Now, you got your distributor, then you've got your coil pack down here. Now, this side over here, this is your negative that comes off. And underneath all this tape, I'm not going to untape it, but you can see this white wire that comes off the negative. That actually goes to a connector under there, a female connector. That's actually for a tachometer. So what I did was I just put a male connector there and just connected them. That's it. So that's all 5 of your wires. Now I'm going to mount it and test it out and see what we got. Okay, so here's the final product there. You can see we ran the wires down through here behind the dash by the A-pillar. The mounting and everything went pretty smooth. You got to actually mount the bracket first and then pop the gauge into everything. Pretty easy. Snug these up on both sides there, and that keeps it in there pretty good. Every tachometer is different. It all depends on the manufacturer or the type you got, but this one here's got the 2 buttons on the sides here, and that's how you actually set it up, depending on how many cylinders you've got, your rev limits, you know, the peak of where you know, the highest you want to go, and that actually sets up a buzzer and this shift light and a few other things. But I'm not going to go through how to set it up on this one because there's so many different types out there. Just go based on the instructions that comes with the gauge and go from there. But this is the way it turned out, and actually from here actually pretty good. So I'll show you what it looks like when we get it started up here. So it looks pretty nice. Not too bad. Then you flip the lights on, it dims it a little bit. That way it's not super bright. Turned out pretty good. questions, flip me a comment. Please like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.